All right. If everyone can see me, I'll move this around a little bit if need be. But hopefully you'll be able to see me. Your head might be chopped off, but it's more important you see me on the way down. So first of all, I just want to do a few little stretches and up and down. Then we'll get the chair involved, and then we'll come back down to the mat if that's okay for everyone. So just make sure you have your chair handy. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So just standing in the middle of your mat, we don't need to go to one end. So deep breath all the way in, arms up. And bring your arms down, just swinging forward to the front and then all the way back up, deep breath. And down, breathing out, and one more. All the way up, deep breath in. And bring yourself down. Wonderful. Okay, a little bit more in the moment now. So if you want to just bring your chair in, I will show you to the side and to the front so you know what we're doing. So first of all, just make sure that you're comfortable on your chair. So if it has got a solid back, just making sure that you're leaning on that solid back. If you're able to, feet fully on the floor. And then hands down by the side. And I just want you to close your eyes just for a second and take some deep breaths in. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, we're going to do that about 5 times. And what I'd like you to do each time is sink into the chair. So you're breathing in, lifting up, and then sinking down into that chair. Now, what that doesn't mean is rounding your shoulders. Okay, so keep your shoulders up, keep your back flat against the back of the chair, closing your eyes. And deep breaths in. Breathing in. Breathing out and sink down. That's it. Keep going for me. And last one. And sink down. Very good. Right, okay. Let's get our arms a little bit more involved. Amy, if this does start to twinge before we've worked this out, then just keep your arm lower. So we're going to come all the way up. I'm just going to turn to the side so everyone front now so everyone can see. All the way up. Nice deep breath in. And down. Good. All the way up, and now we're going to hinge forwards, all the way up and hinging forwards. Bring your hands all the way down. Keep those hands in front of you to all the way to the end and touch your toes if you're able to. We're breathing. Just relax your back and your shoulders here. Okay, pick your hands up, straighten them, put them by your ears, and then come all the way up. Little bit of hip flexor work there. And bring your arms down. And again, all the way up. Deep breath in. Breathing out, leaning forwards, hinge. Back should be straight. Hands forward until the last minute, then you're dropping them down. Really feel that nice stretch out in your back. It should be quite a nice stretch. Breathing here. And relax and bringing it up by your ears all the way up. And breathing out. Wonderful. One more. I'm just going to do this to the side. So breathing all the way up. Breathe out, hinge forwards. Touching your toes, drop your head. Nice deep breath here. You should feel that nice stretch on your back. And bring your arms up. Nice big stretch. And bring your arms down. Wonderful. Okay, I'll just bring this chair back. So let's start from the top and work our way down. So Amy, particular attention on this one, my love. So first of all, I'd like you to roll your shoulders. So we're trying to get rid of any stress that is forming around your shoulders. And as usual, I really want you to think little massage. So all the way up, all the way back and down. And we're going to do one more this way. And then the other way, a little bit tougher, all the way up and down, up and back. One more this way. Lovely. So bringing your shoulders up, back and down, so they should be really nice and low. And then we're going to drop your head. So shoulders back and low, drop that head. That should be a nice stretch around your neck. Okay, bringing it up and relax. Same again. So up and back. Relax it down and looking down into your lap. Just keep your arms nice and long and heavy. Really feel that stretch around your back. Okay, and bring it up. Now, if you'd like to, and this is only if you'd like to, I'd just like you to exaggerate it slightly with having your head just pressed down by your hand slightly. So up and back, bring your head down, and then just exaggerate that very, very slightly with your hand. Hold it there. Just release your head and then bring it back up. Wonderful. Now let's do the same thing with the other hand. So up and back, head down, and then bring your hand onto your head and just, I don't really want to say force, just suggest it goes a bit lower. It's quite strong, that one. Release your hand, head, that's it. Just give your arms a little wiggle. Right, so let's see what we're doing this way now. So this will stretch out one side than the other. So hand up and over. And then we're going to bring that to the side. Now keep your back up straight, so keep your posture. Hold it there. Release your hand and up, excuse me. Then the other side. Keep going, guys. Sorry, I'm going to have to clear that. Holding it there. And release your hand. Wonderful. And back to the other side. So up and to the side. Now really think this hand and this arm are really heavy. Take your shoulder away from your ear. And release. And the other side. Bring it to the side. Nice heavy hand. And bring it up. Wonderful. Okay, just relax. Reposture. So just think, well, if I'm starting to slump, just bring it up. Then we're going to look to the side. And looking right over and just as far as you can go. And bringing it back to the center. And then the other way. Really feel that stretch. And back to the center. One more each side. Bring it over. To the center and the other side. And back. Lovely. Okay, just going to roll shoulders again just a couple of times. Wonderful. Right, so neck should be feeling better and a little bit more limber. Hands together. Just going to give our wrists a roll. It might be a bit clicky, particularly they might be a bit tight if you've been typing. So just give them a little roll out. Release and just give them a little shake. Okay, so we're holding on to the bottom of our chair now. Okay, back up straight, chest high, and then we're going to bring one arm up and over. Just be super careful that you don't just go, wow, fall off the chair. As much as that would be quite amusing, I do not want you to hurt yourself. Definitely not the idea. And up. Now, when you're doing this move, I just want you to feel slightly ballerina-y, so nice and graceful. Keep both bum cheeks squarely on the chair. and up. Now, if you can, I'm just going to go a little bit further. Just make sure this does make you quite disciplined, because you cannot move, otherwise you will fall. Up and cartwheeling your arm over and to the side and up. Wonderful. Okay, bring your hands round to the front, and then we're going to clasp the hands together and drop your head. Pull your tummy in nice and tight. Now, on this one, I want you to take 2 deep breaths, and what you should feel is your shoulder blades move apart slightly and feel a really good stretch around that area there. So breathe in and release. Breathe in, release. Very good. Bring your arms up nice and tall. Sitting nice and tall. Breathe and breathe in. Okay. Now, around the back, if you can reach behind the chair, reaching behind the chair, if you can. If you can't, just lean forward very slightly or stand up, obviously. So reaching behind the chair, if that's possible. So squeeze your shoulder blades right to the chair and lengthen. Now, you won't be able to do the full thing, but just try to squeeze and release. Okay, so to the front one more time. So bring it round. Breathe in. Drop that head and release. Breathe in and release. Good, bring it round. This time, I don't want you to put it behind the chair because we're going to lean forward. So just shimmy very slightly in front of the chair. And then we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades back, and then you're going to lean forwards. Okay, so that will come up. Now, if you want to, you're lifting. Head down, lift up. Bring your hands back down onto your lower back and lift it up. Beautiful. Right. I want to spin round and plop off the chair for a second. So I'm just going to move this back so I've got a bit of space. Okay, so bring yourself in front of your chair now. First thing I want you to do is we're going to do a very strong shoulder stretch. Okay, so if this is a little bit too strong, Amy, if your shoulder is hurting, then just don't do it quite so strongly. But what we're going to do is push yourself backwards, and your hands stay on the chair, and your head goes through. So you're sitting right back. Now, depending on your flexibility, you may not be able. You might be up here. That's no problem. It's just as long as you feel a stretch, and some people might be right down. And try and keep your core active. I don't want that flopping. Breathe in and come up a little bit, and then sink down. So those of you who train with me in the gym, we're normally doing this on the bar. So lift up and down if you can remember that far. And one more. Breathe in and release down. Very good. Okay, bring yourself up nice and slowly. Okay, next one we're going to do, same position. You're going to put your hands onto the front, and then I want you to put your hips forwards, okay? So it's completely up to you as to how you want to do this, but we're going to just work our arms a little bit and just make sure that they're feeling strong. This isn't a Pilates class though, so I don't want you to think, oh my God, I'm doing some full press-ups here. It's more about just ensuring that you feel a stretch out. So if you want to go into a box, we're just bringing our basically forehead to the chair seat and then back up. So let's start there. So push backwards, feel that nice stretch around your shoulders and your back, thumb backwards, and then back up. And basically we're doing a little tiny press up. Elbows are coming out, forehead onto the chair, and then bring it back up. Let's do one more here. So there. And back up. Lovely. Right, let's advance that slightly. So you're going to bring your hips forward, and then we're going to bring it down. So chest should land onto the chair, and keep those elbows backwards. Hold it here, and then push back up. Now, where you should feel that is your triceps are going to have to do something, okay? Your back is yes. Your core, yes, a little bit, but mainly your triceps. So bring it down, breathe in, and push. Very good. Right, let's do 3 more. So bringing it in nice and slowly and controlled. Relax. Breathe in, breathe out, and push. Very good. Just another couple. Breathing in, breathe out, push. 1 more. Watch your wrists on this one, Tracy. And breathe out. Excellent. Bringing it down and relaxing out again. Breathe in and relax. Breathe in and relax. Excellent. Okay, bring yourself up. Right, the final one that I want to use with the chair this way round is if we can bring ourselves underneath the chair. So we're going to do a little bit of a back and glute stretch out now. So first things first, bring your bum fairly close back onto the floor and feet onto the chair. Now just relax for a second, okay? So just cross your legs up, just make sure that those legs are relaxed onto the chair. We're not going to do any activity right this second. So I just want you to do 3 deep breaths. It might be the case that your back is slightly spasming. So as we're flat on the floor now, I just want you to get used to that. So breathe in, release, push that back to the floor, breathe in and release. Now remember, you're breathing from your diaphragm, not your tummy or your chest. Breathe in, feel it, and release. Good. Right, 1 knee in, and you're going to hold on to that knee and hold it here and just feel that hip flexor doing the work. Okay, straighten the other leg, and you should have your knee by the back of your knee on the chair. And we're going to bring that up and out. So hold on to it, and you're going to bring that leg out. Now, if you can't do that and you can't do that with your legs straight, just bend it, no problem. It's about flexing out your hips and your inner thigh, your adductor. Keep that knee nice and close to you, and keep that leg straight if you can. Hold it here, gravity will do its work. Try not to roll. Okay, bringing the leg up nice and slowly, try not to pinch groins. And bringing it down, feel the chair, and bring it back up again, exactly the same thing, all the way up, and then we're coming out. Try to keep yourself nice and balanced. Keep that knee in, leg out. Very, very good. Okay, bring yourself back up and leg down. Wonderful. Rest that leg. Okay, so let's swap. So you're bringing the other knee in. Just hold it here for a second. Just get your hip flexor used to it. When you're bringing your leg out, just be careful. You're not going to smack another piece of furniture or a dog or cat or whatever you've got there. Okay. So straightening that leg, bring it up. Feel that down the back of your leg. Now you're bringing it out. Feel that on your inner thigh and your hip. Might be a bit clicky. Just let gravity bring it down. On one side is usually easier to bring down than the other. Hold it here. Remember to bend your leg if this is too tough. It's quite a strong one. Hold it here. Good. Bringing it up nice and slowly. Assist if you need to. Get your hand to assist if you need to. And then we're bringing it down. Find the chair and relax. Reset that knee. So bringing that knee back in again. It might hit rib, belly, whatever it hits first, just as long as you're holding it there. Straighten that leg and lift it off the chair. And then you're bringing it out. Really get that stretch. We would normally be doing this with bands, but not everyone's got bands, so we'll work with what we've got. Luckily, everyone's got a chair. Okay, bring it back. Assist if you need to. And bringing it down and relax. Lovely. Okay, bring the other leg to join it. Again, just relax it on there. Now, I'd like you to bring your toes to the edge of the chair. And then the first thing I want to do is actually just cross them over and relax it down. So your knees are coming out. So you can either just cross your legs very slightly or bring your toes together. So you're in a sort of butterfly position. This should feel, and I do mean should, because if it depends on how tight you are in your adductors, should feel very, very comfortable. So your hips are doing a little bit of work, but it should be quite comfortable because your feet are resting on the chair. It's not quite as strong. And just let your knees flop out. Again, gravity will just pull them down a little bit. They should be more comfortable than when we do it on the floor, though. So hold it here. Now, if you want to, please stay there, okay? If you're like, I think we might be able to do more, I'd like you to lift your feet off the floor, off the chair. Just lift them off the chair and then you're holding it here. Now, take your hands and just assist slightly. So you're just assisting your knees very, very, very slightly further out. This is actually box split practice. We're not doing box splits, by the way, everyone. Don't worry about that. So we're assisting out slightly. Now, if you feel brave, then I want you to straighten one leg. Now hold it. Use your hand to hold it. That should feel quite strong. If you want to bend it slightly so there's a bit of pressure off it, then please do. We're holding it out there. Hold it there. Just let gravity pull it down a little bit further. Very, very strong stretch, this one. Okay, now we're bending our knee and we're going back to the position we were. Then we're going to do the other side. So other side out. Remember, it might feel worse on one side than the other. Just go with it. So a tiny bit of pressure on that knee and a little bit at the back of the other leg that is straight. Remember, you can bend it if you want to. Holding it here. And then we're going to bend. That's it. And just reassist. So you might find that they're just a little bit lower now. And again, if you want to, we're doing singles. If not, try double. So we're out. Now, gravity does work quite hard on this, okay? You haven't got the assistance of one leg, so just try to breathe. If it's far too strong, remember we're bending our legs. Just relax your shoulders. Let gravity pull them to the side. Okay, and we're bending our legs. Find the chair. Very, very, very gently, we're going to bring our knees back to the center. Very, very good. Right. So let's do a little bit of work to the back of our legs and our glutes. Now, I wouldn't say I don't want them worked because that is a different class, but we're just going to have a little stretch out, and this actually is quite nice on the back. So hands down to the floor, palms facing down, toes are on the chair, and then we're going to tilt and just lift part of your arm off the floor. So it's a tiny little start to the glute bridge. Relax it down and completely relax. And then we're going to tilt again And just lift part of your bum off the floor, just a tiny lift. And relax. Good, let's do that one more time. Tilt, lift. And relax. Right. Now, this should be a curve in your back, but also it stretches out your quads. If you want to, because it does involve your glutes doing quite a lot of work, then we're going to tilt and bring yourself up. Just watch your chair because you are actually putting some weight on there. So if it starts to slide away, it's going to need to go near a wall. So we're hanging, just staying up here. To assist, put your hands underneath. Okay, so you should be holding on that. That just ensures that your glutes aren't doing as much work as they need to. It's just relaxing them a little bit. So what this should do is you should feel this stretch right at the top. Quads should be getting a stretch, your back should be getting a stretch, your shoulders should feel the strength there. Hold it here. Just breathe. Release your hands, and if you can, bring them over. Let's watch your neck on this one. And then super slowly, we're going to roll down. And please remember, if this is all too strong, you don't need to come up. Watch the chair, making sure it doesn't slide super slowly all the way down your back. This should be really nice. Oh. Click, 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 click. Every vertebrae all the way down until you get to the bottom and relax. Bring your hands back down to your sides. Wonderful. If you want to come with me and do that again, please do. If not, we're just staying with the little tiny lifts, okay? So bring yourself all the way up. Hands on to assist. Holding it here. Just feel that stretch right at the top of your legs. Nice on your back, strong on your shoulders. Release your hands if you want to, bring your hands behind you. And then we're starting to just to curl down nice and slowly. Oh, if you've got backache, this is really nice. All the way down to reach the bottom and then hands back down. Excellent. Very good, everyone. Right. Okay, so we're now going to take our toes and we're going to slide them and just slide them off one side, hands out to the side, and your knees are going to come to the side, and you're sliding your toes off the chair, and you're coming into your supine twist. Holding it here. Again, might be a few clicks in your back depending on what you've been doing today. If you've been sat typing a lot, very likely. Breathing. Now, just use your hand to assist yourself back up. You can use your obliques if you want to. Find your toes back onto the chair again. Come back to center. Just recenter yourself. And then we're going to come across to the other side. Nice and strong. This one is absolutely lovely. All the way down. Now, unlike with Pilates, you are definitely resting your legs on the floor. Just enjoy that stretch. Couple of deep breaths here. Okay, use your hand. Bring that back up. If you've also got tight shoulders or tight pectorals at the front, tight chest, this is really, really nice for that one as well. So if they're really tight here, you might feel that a little bit. Let's go over to the other side. So sweep the toes off the chair. And we're coming down to the floor. Sit nice and relaxed. Rearrange yourself so your shoulders are definitely flat on the floor. Holding it here, lovely. And bring yourself back up, find that chair again. Slide your toes back on, and then over to the other side. Just slide them off. And relax down. Click, click, click. Couple of deep breaths here. Good. And assist your legs back up again. Ah, wonderful. Good. Right, just relax your feet down. So now I want to, we're going to bring yourself up, and we're going to use the chair in a different way, and then I'm probably going to lose the chair. So if you want to just slide off to the side, this is no elegant way of doing this, unfortunately. Just bring yourself up. And then we're going to come back round to the chair onto all fours. I want you to tuck your toes under, and we're just going to use it as an assistance for a chair-based downward dog. So bring yourself up and then backwards. So where you should feel it, I want you to keep your legs fairly far back. Just make sure the chair doesn't move. Head down. And you should feel like yes in your shoulders, but at the back of your legs. That should feel a little tiny bit easier than a normal downward dog. Breathe. Okay, bring yourself up, and then I want you to take half a step forwards. Just inch forwards and do exactly the same thing. So breathe in, and then breathe out. Now that should be a tiny bit stronger down the back of your legs now. Hold it here. Good. Okay, bring yourself up. And again, another tiny step in. If it's too strong already, obviously stay where you are. If you're thinking, yeah, I can handle this, and it's absolutely fine, just step in a bit more. Just be careful. I really want you to hold on to the chair now. So further back you go, you might fall. So hold it there. That should be really quite strong down the back of your legs now. Excellent. Okay, bring it back. And again, one more step in. Just be careful not to step in too far, because obviously you'll just fall backwards. Breathe in, hold onto that chair, and push back. It will definitely get to a tipping point, so just be careful. Right. Drop your hands to the mat, or wherever you can get, on your toes. Holding it here. Bring yourself round to one side, so hand on ankle, other hand on hand, drop your head. And bringing it round. Excellent. Other side. Feel that strong stretch down one leg. Bring your hands back to the center and roll yourself up super slowly. Step those vertebrae. Be aware of the fact that we have been on the floor for a little while. Nice and slowly head up. And arms all the way up at the top. Breathe in. And relax down. Beautiful. Right. Now we're going to use the chair as we're standing up. So you might need to just shift it along so you've got enough room to maneuver. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use it for a bit of balance, but I want to use it to stretch out hips further. So I may just come to the side so I can show you, but obviously you don't need to maneuver around. I just want you to make sure that you've got enough room slightly around you. Okay, so there's nothing behind you that you're going to kick. There's nothing to the side of you, or there's nothing in front of you. So you do need a little bit of a radius here. So we're going to work on one side, and I'll flip the chair and we're going to work on the other side. So first things first, we're just going to do, it's a tiny, tiny bit more of a dynamic stretch, this one. I'll show you to the side, then I'll come back round again. So keep your posture nice and tight, and then we're going to start slowly and just bring your foot up, swing it through, and then bring it back. Okay, so it's just a little movement at the moment. Forward, swing, backwards. Try really hard to keep your hips pointing forwards, so they can just start to twist. Try not to allow them to twist. It doesn't mean to say that you can go very high, but that's okay. That's it. One more like this. Good. Right, bring yourself down. Now, when you're doing a full dynamics swing like this, it is a little bit higher and a little bit faster. So you're going to bring yourself up, and then push it back. Up, push it back. It should feel a little tiny bit more like a fairly fast arabesque. So obviously with an arabesque, we're slowing it right down, but you don't need to. When it's dynamic, what this is doing is working your ball and socket joint on your hip. Up and swing it back and up. Swing it back. Let's do 2 more. Up. Swing. Quad should be feeling a bit of a stretch at the front there and back. Good. Right, bring yourself back. So let's do exactly the same thing the other side. So we will start nice and slowly. Just up, swing it through nice and gently, and just making sure those hips face forwards. Good. Up and back. That's it, couple more. Nice and controlled. Get your legs to start feeling that stretch. 1 more. Up and back. Wonderful. Bring it down. Just give your legs a little shake. Right. So now a tiny bit more dynamically. If you don't want to do it dynamically, you just stay with what we've just done. So we're going to bring it up, swing it through and back. Up. If you're feeling a pinch in your back here, I want you to come down further, okay? It should not be pinching here. So keep it moving. That's it. Swing it through and up. Quad should feel it there. Hip flexor should feel it there. Good. The leg you're standing on might feeling a little bit wobbly as well because it's taking your weight. 1 more. Up and swing it back. Lovely. Okay, just give your legs a little jig. Perfect. Right. So now we're going to use the chair to create some balance. And then when you're feeling balanced, you can obviously let go of the chair. So first things first, I just want you to put your foot onto your leg. Now, it can be on your knee, but if it is on your knee, I don't want you to push it backwards, okay? You're resting it so that standing leg doesn't lock out, particularly Amy, because you're very double jointed, so I don't want that to lock out entirely. So just unlock that leg. Okay, holding it there. When you're feeling balanced and you're like, yep, I think we're good, then we're taking our hands off the chair. Holding it here. Always an option to keep it on the chair if you're feeling particularly wobbly and stressed today. Holding it here. Breathe. Hands back onto the chair. Foot down. Beautiful. Give yourself a little wriggle. Good. Right, other side. So plant that foot. Bring your knee in front. Obviously make sure you don't kick the chair. Not what we need. Get yourself, just unlock that knee very slightly. Hands off. Still your mind. That's it. Excellent. Hands back on, leg down. Very good. Now, next stage, the last stage, we're going to bring it round, and you're actually going to try to sit on the chair. But this stage, again, you can just stay exactly where we were. This stage, I want you to bring your foot past your leg. Okay, so we're not on it, we're past it now. So you're resting it on the other side of the straight leg. Take your hands off. Holding it here. Try not to wobble. If you're going, oh God, just use it to rest. Reset. Breathe. Hands back onto the chair. Foot down. Wonderful. Okay, other side. So up and over. Hook it round, just making sure that's feeling comfortable. When you're ready, hand off the chair. Hands onto chest. Again, if you ever feel wobbly, you've got the chair there. Holding it here. Nice and calm, nice and still. Hand back onto the chair. Release your leg. Lovely. Again, if you want to stay in that, please stay there. That's hard enough. If not, you're like, right, okay, we can do this. Create a little bit of space in front of your chair now. We're going to use the chair to sit down on it. But if you're feeling particularly good, I want you to float just off the chair. So we are folding, hands onto chair. Just bear in mind, guys, I haven't done this before with the chair. Okay, and we're going to bring ourselves down. So that knee slides down. So basically there we go. So you should just be floating. If you can find the chair, then sit on it and then just float straight off it. But that should be just straight off the chair there. That is not easy. Holding it here. 2, 1, find the chair and unlock yourself. Very good. If you've managed that just to float off the chair, very good. That's pretty tough. Okay, bring yourself back up. Give it a shake. Let's try it the other side. For goodness sake, don't go too far forward that you actually miss the chair. You're right near the chair. That's not what we need. So up and over. Still your mind, hands onto your chest. Stop any wobbling before you start to fold down. And we're starting to sit down. Either find the chair or just float just above the chair. Hold it here. Oh, everything doing some work now. 3, 2, 1. Find the chair, take a seat and unravel. Excellent. Very, very good. Right, whilst we're sat down, let's have a little wriggle of our ankles. So one first, just relax down and then lift the leg and give your ankle a little wriggle. Good. And just push it back and forward, pushing it back, forward, back and forward. Lovely. Bringing it down, other side, little wriggles. Good. And pushing it back and forwards, back, forwards. One more, flex, point. Wonderful. Okay, great. Give your legs a little jig. Right, we are now going to be moving away from the chair. So thank you very much, chair. That was very good work that you did there. We'll just move it to the side to just take it off of the mat or away from where you need to. We're actually going to finish with much more of a sort of traditional set of moves, which flex out absolutely everything, and it's quite a flow. So we're just going to flow all the way around, all the way down, and then all the way back up again. So you will know these moves. They're standard, but they flow quite nicely into each other. So to come to the end of your mat, we're going to bring our arms all the way up and down, chin to chest, rolling it down, all the way down. Drop your head, walking your hands forwards to our non-chair downward dog today. Up onto your toes and press back. And bring it up. Push it back. One more. Push back. Hold it here. Nice and strong. Okay, up for the last time and then bring it forward. You're coming down to all fours. Okay, just untuck your toes. So all the way up. Nice strong cat stretch. Bring it through to center, bringing it up. Tailbone up, tummy down, head up. And then bring it through to center again, all the way up. Let's do this a few times. Nice and strong with the bridge. Through to center and lift. Lovely. And one more time, all the way up. Belly button to spine. Through and release. Good. Come back to center. Toes together, knees slightly further apart. We're going to sit back if that's comfortable to do so. Hands forwards, bring it down, drop your head. 3 deep breaths here. Excellent. Okay, bringing yourself up. So releasing your toes and knees back more to center, so you're back onto all fours again. Then we're going to feed our hands through. Hold it here, release your arm up if you want to. Ground on my own hair. The arm up is completely optional, okay, if that's too strong for your shoulders. Amy, just be careful on this one today. Only do it if you feel safe. Hand down, bringing it up, and feeding the other one through. Head down, optional arm up. Further twist, looking at your hand if you are, bringing it up. Good. Bringing it down and all the way back again. Now we're going to come forward. So hips forward, press down. Nice and slowly. So you should be completely on tummy now. I want your hands to the side, and then we're going to lift up. So don't lift your hands up, use your hands to lift yourself up. A little mini cobra. Holding it here, just feeling that stretch in your back and right around the front. Abs getting a little stretch out. Bring it down. Breathe in and release. Lift. Hold it up here. Push those hands into the mat and bring it down. Wonderful. Hands in front and just give your thumb a little wriggle. Relax your back out. Excellent. Okay, taking hand around the back, lift one foot, and you're taking your foot if you can. I know that is quite difficult for a couple of you. Just don't worry if you can't touch, get hold of your foot. If you can, and that's easy, I want you to push that hip forward. Feel that right around the front. One more breath. Good. Just release that foot, bring it back down. Other side, foot up. And push that hip towards if you have got that toe and it's easy. A few more seconds. There it goes. And release. Wonderful. Hands to the side. And we're going to push up, back onto all fours. Wonderful. Okay. Tucking your toes under again. I want you to push your hands up so we're onto our knees. And then we're going to bring one foot forwards. And then we're going to slide forwards, okay? Hands probably, or arms resting onto your front leg, whichever's more comfortable. So you can be here, there, or down there, whatever's more comfortable. So take a deep breath in, and then breathe out and sink down. That might feel super tight today. Breathe in, and relax. One more time, breathe in, relax. stuff. Hold it here. Now, you can absolutely hold it here and stay there. If you would like to extend this a little bit further, if your balance is going to take it as well, then you can pick up your back foot and hold it out. That is super, super strong. So just be very, very careful if you are going to do that one. Should be very, very strong quad stretch, that one. Release and bring yourself back up. Lovely. Oh, very strong. Okay, so as elegantly as you can, we're swapping legs, keeping your balance. Okay, when you swap your legs, you're going to sink it down. So just breathe out. And we're here, there, or up there, whatever's more comfortable. Just let your hip flexor get used to it. So breathe in and sink it down. Breathe in. Sink down, Teddy, don't start. Breathe in and sink down. Excellent. Okay, again, stay where you are if you want to. This might feel a little bit more difficult one side than the other. Hold it here if you want to. Very, very strong. Please don't do this if you don't want to. Okay, bringing that foot down, bringing yourself back. Bring your feet back round, hands down, and we're just going to do a little doggy wag. Let's you out of that. Okay, spin it round. And then I want legs in front of you, arms all the way up, and hinge it forwards. Hello, Teddy. Holding it here. Release your hands, bring your hands all the way up. And wonderful. One leg over the other. Opposite arm, just making sure that you've got that correct, and twist. Lovely. Bring it back. Swapping sides. Up and over. Opposite arm. Twist. Get that really nice twist. Good. Okay, bringing it back. So never just ask you to stand up. So if you want to spin it back round onto all fours, tucking your toes under, coming back onto your toes. And then we're going to bring our head down to our knees and bum up. Ooh, cracking knees. Hold it here. And roll it back up nice and slowly. For the last time this evening, stack, 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 head last. Breathe in, arms up. And relax it down. Wonderful. Finishing with our 3 little sweeps as per tradition. All the way down. And take a deep breath in. Onto our toes if we fancy it this evening. And back down and again. Breathe in. And lift. Doing this on 2 different surfaces, that's not ideal. And one more, closing your eyes if you want to. I certainly won't be this evening. And all the way up, hold it, and back down. Wonderful. Very, very good. Excellent stuff. Thank you very much, guys. I'll just take this off record.